be able to create a private repo and also add a collaborator, all you need to do is go to GitHub. So there are a few ways. I know you can add your you can create a repo. So it's either you can create a repo right here straight from GitHub. Just click on this icon and click on the create new repo like so. And as you can see right here, it says repository template, and in here you can, you don't have no business, right? So what you need to do, the only thing right here you need to do is give it a repo name. So from here we can give it practice. So if the name is already taken, it will show taken, and you need to create a new one. And also make sure you do not leave it in public. Make sure you add it as a private file. So for a readme file, I do not I don't need it, because automatically it's going to be added. So all you need to do is create repo like so. So once you create a repo, as you can see, it's on private, and also have this icon just to make sure to let you know it's on private, okay? And the next thing here you need to do is create a new repository or the command line. So right here it says echo practice. You don't need that. So the only thing you need is from here, git init. So right here I'm going to close cancel my running terminal. Okay, so I'm just gonna clear out that. So right here you can paste in this code git init, and then you can see reinitialize existing repository. So just in case it says something like this, the first thing that comes to your mind is so let me shrink this a little bit. So the first thing that should come to your mind is let me see if I could so right here I have my files. As you can see, I have my files right here, and right here this is the one I'm actually open right here from my VS Code. As you can see, it's the same name UI here. So if you do something like this and say reinitialize existing Git repo, just make sure you go to your computer. Make sure let me make everything big. So make sure you come to this view in your this tab right here. Make sure you view, and then the hidden items, make sure you toggle that. As you can see, we have a folder here, but it's not being visible, it's hidden. So sometimes if you initialize a git command on a previously existed project, it will have this file. So if it's not working the way you want, make sure you delete this file. Okay, just delete it. As you can see, I deleted mine, and you can toggle this one back if you want to. It costs nothing. Okay, so that's just to show you guys how you can do this in it. So right here you can still run this command git init. So as you can see, initialize empty git repo, but right here it says reinitialize existing git repo. So here it initialize empty git repo. Okay, so if I go back here and click on this hidden, you'll see it brings a fresh new one right here. Okay, so you can close that one. So that's something I just want to show you guys, just in case you can delete that one if you want to start afresh. Okay, so right now we have so we've run this command, so we don't need to run this will only add a .readme file. And right here you need a git command, but for me right now the branch to which we want to push to, so for we're just going to add git main. So you don't need much, just make sure it's git main. So the next thing we want to do is copy this one, git command, and let me make this a little bit bigger. In one line, this is what the git remote add. This is your the address, so it's going to add to this git practice, and hit enter. So right here, and you're going to make our first git comment. So right here in this comment you can say something different if you want to. My new update Excel. So then you can hit enter. As you can see, it's a initial commit to include blah blah blah. So the next thing you need to do is git add and period. Just hit git add and hit enter. Not git. My bad. It is git, not git. So let me just clear this out. It is git like so. Git add. Then hit full stop. As you can see, it's going to add all of this to the branch. Okay, and make sure you copy this last one, git push. But if you don't want to, you can just say git push like so, and then hit enter. The current branch has no upstream branch, and you can see it's telling you git push, then set upstream origin. Okay, so right here we can add the git push, the origin main. So this is just the main branch, which we like we did here, branch main. So here we are pushing to the main branch. Okay, and it says the two refs and blah blah blah. So if you get this error, it's because you need to do some other git commit message, and then you can still do this git add and then git push. Okay, and let's wait for it to push. As you can see, it did finally push everything to GitHub, and then the next thing you need to do is refresh. So as you can see here, we have our git practice, and it's on private. So this is one way of adding git from through the web. As you can see, the steps are kind of long. So let me show you the other steps you can take if you want to add the same thing with your VS Code. So what I'll need to do is make sure, first of all, make sure you remember this folder. Yeah, remember this. As you can see, these are all your git stuff that you push. They are all inside this git folder. Like I told you, make sure these hidden items, make sure you check it out. If you don't, you won't see it. So make sure you check it, and right here you make sure you delete it. Just delete that one. So it's more like starting afresh. Okay, so after that, this one we need to delete this project. So here, go to settings. Okay, and come down here, delete this repo. But if that is what you want, you can continue from here, but I want to show you the second way of doing this. Okay, so here we can like paste it here and give the authorization, and as you can see it doesn't exist anymore. So let's try go back to this page. Okay, it doesn't exist anymore, so that means it's all gone. Let me go back to my repos. Okay, so here is my repo. If I come back here, as you can see, it's no longer there. Good, that's what we want. So the second way of pushing this to if you don't want to go through all this stress like you see right there, so let me just clear all of this. So if you don't want to do this, all you have to do is in your VS Code, make sure you have the bar open, right? So right here you see this icon, this one, click on it, and as you can see, initialize repository, and to learn more about how to use, okay, so publish to GitHub. So you can click on this one, and as you can see, it's going to say publish to GitHub private repository, then your GitHub name. So here is in private, and here it's in public. So here you just click whatever option. So in your request, you want it to be on private. So click on private. As you can see, it says the UI is already exists. So probably we need to change it to something else. UI. Maybe just add UI. So make sure you click on the private, like so. As you can see, it's going to be pushing everything to our GitHub. So we wait for it to see. As you can see, successfully published to, as you can see. So I can refresh here. As you can see, here is the as you can see, it's right here. And if I should come back here, I'll show you this in my app. Let me close this a little bit. So in my app, I have SVG as a folder, and I have www.comp. As you can see, it's right here as well. So we've pushed everything, and mind you, this is private, okay, and it's on private. So now if you want to create a branch for this, you can click on here, and maybe you give it you can add some kind of maybe you want to create a new one. This is where you create a new one, like newly like let's just save it with newly, and here you can say create a branch newly from main, and you click on this, right? So as you can see, it's going to create this branch newly. As you can see, we have main, which is by default the one that came with it, and then here you can click on create newly. Okay, so that is how you can create a branch. Or if you don't want to create a branch that way, you can use a terminal of course to create a branch. Okay, check out the maybe feature, then branch feature, branch main, then we give it load, something like that, and can cannot create refs head branch. Okay, so it's giving me the error, but this is how you can create a branch. You can create it from there, and also right here, if you want to, you can add files like from your what's it called, from like your HTML file or probably some scripts file, like so. You can add them right here, and then you hit what's it called, yeah, so right here you can name your file .css, and this will be added into the newly created file. Okay, the newly branched, like so. My bad. So you can create additional files there. Okay, so how do you collaborate? So it's on private, as you can see. So not people not going to see this. No one is going to see it except you. So how do you want other person to be able to view your code? All you need to do is go to your settings. Make sure you're on the project, on the settings, right? And then make sure you go to collaborators. Here, this one. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Make sure you click on collaborators, and also, and as you can see, you haven't added any collaborators yet. So what you need to do is click on add collaborator, and make sure the person is using GitHub as well, have an account with GitHub, so they can, once, so here you just type in the person name. Okay, so make sure you type the person name here, or probably Kent, or probably whatever the person name, and make sure you have them like this one, as you can see. So if I want this guy, I can add him here. So once I do add this person, I don't want to add this person because I don't know them. Make sure, so once you do add the person either by username or by email, and they will receive the invitation, and then if they receive it, they will accept it from their own end. So once they do, they'll be able to automatically be able to make changes to the code base. They can be able to do a lot of other things. Okay, and if peradventure you want to let's go to the branches. If peradventure you want to set you want to protect your main branch from not being accessed, or probably you just don't want your branch to be tampered with. Okay, you can add some branch root sets from here. Okay, and yeah, so if you click on add branch root sets, here you can add some bypass rule, like only the repository admin can do this, only this can write, and here are the some trusted what's it called, pipelines which other people can use to make changes as well if you want to, but if you don't want to, you can leave that as well, but you need to add some rule sets. So here are the restricted areas. Okay, as you can see, restrict update only allow user to by permission to update matching refs. Restrict creation, so that means they can't restrict, they can't create anything. Okay, and they can't, if you click on this, that means they can't be able to update, like if they have extra code, like they do something like blah blah blah, and they try to you do the git push like so, and they hit enter, they won't be able to especially if they are the ones you invited, they won't be able to push because you've restricted them to update the code base. And also they can't be able to create either they can't be able to create a branch as well. So here are all the places where you can restrict set your restriction rules if you want to. So from here to here, so these are where you can do your restriction rules, and if you do this they won't be able to uh, you know tamper with your code base. So so let me do my best to explain. Like this allow users with bypass permission, like this first one, like normal users can create new branches that match these rules. Okay, they can create new branches. Okay, because if I click on this one right now, if they try if the person you are inviting tries to create a new branch, it won't work. So it's only going to be you. So it's only used when you want to prevent like unauthorized or probably like accidental branch creation, especially in protected areas like the main like I showed you guys, the main the branches. Yeah, there's a main and the newly one we created. So if you want to protect the main branches, like right now we are inside the that newly created branch. So if you want to protect the main one, so you need to like restrict it here. Okay, so the restrict update. Okay, this one, like, it blocks new commits, like I told you before. Like if you try to push, it won't work. Okay, so it's going to block every commit that the other person is trying to push. You know, like it's more like useful when you want to tighten the control, like a production branch where only maybe CI or CD or admins can push updates to. So if you're on the main branch, you might want to restrict this. So users, the people you invited won't be able to, So it's only you who will be pushing to that code base, okay? And this restricts deletion. This one is very self-explanatory. Like only no one except the admin with bypass can delete the branch, because you don't want to give access to people to be able to delete your code base from your GitHub. And this one right here require linear history. This one like is different. Like it forces like more like it makes a team to be able to use rebase. Like it keeps the it just makes sure the thing is straight line with the history. Okay, it gives you that clean logs. Like maybe you want to avoid those messy merge commits, so it just gives you that like a very clean straight line history. Okay, so there's nothing much about that one. And the required deployment success. Okay, only allow changes to be pushed after a successful deployment. It gives you that preview environment whereby you see the one like I recently did, where it's going to give you that commit message, which we did. It's just going to give you that. So this is just basically where you're going to add some restrictions. Okay, so if you want to go in depth, you can come here and read more. Okay, and also. So here we have some actions as well, and I don't think action permission allow all actions and reserve for flow disable action. These actions are set into no workers can. Okay, so these are just for personal admin stuff, and so that is it for here. So make sure if you want to, delete, this is how you can delete your repo. Okay, and also here, rename branch. You can rename a branch and switch default branch to another branch. So here we still have the new. If you want to, you can switch it. We can make this new to be the default one if you want to. Then yeah, so that is it. And so here the main, you can rename it if you want to as well. So that is it. That's how you can just add your collaborators right here. Add the people. And here use either their username, maybe Kenny. As you can see, we're going to have some. So once you did accept, add them, just make sure you send the request. Like if I click this one, just make sure you click on add. So it's going to send the request to their email, and then from there they can have access to, once they accept it, they will be able to have access to your same private repo. So from there you can be able to restrict some access if you want to, but if you don't want to, then they can be able to push, pull, delete, and all of that. Okay, so that is that, and I hope this helps. And yeah, and Chipmunk, I've tried my best for you.